and we are back with another wonderful episode of the Bourbon Jamaican. It's been a little bit of time since we've posted just a regular video. We've been hitting them shorts for the Advent for 25 Days of Christmas. I hope you guys are enjoying. And today we got a nice little selection for you. As you can tell, those bottles have not just been hanging out. They've been nibbled on a few times. I think we're going to do a blind taste with this lineup. And without further ado, don't forget to welcome Mr. Drop It Nukes, aka Chris, capital D, capital N, and Brady, of course. But what we got here today?
We're going to start off with Sherry Cask, 5 wood, 2020 Woodford. It's aged in one cask and then split between 4 other casks. It's delicious. As you can tell, it's about done, but it's one of my oldest from my collection. And then Brady brought over the Old Elk and Basil Hayden.
Yeah, so the Old Elk is a 6-year bourbon finished in sherry cask for 13 months. It is a store pick. It is going to be the highest proof out of all of these, but it's the only sherry finish I got. So I thought it'd be interesting, since the Woodford's finished in sherry and port, to have a port finished Basil Hayden at 80 proof, the Woodford at 90.4, and then have an Old Elk that's finished in sherry at 110. So not really looking to see necessarily which the best purchase is, because some of these are rare, but just to see the differences between a sherry, a port, and a sherry and a port blend.
Oh, that was a nice combination. So you got the best of both worlds, all in one bottle.
And then you get the mix.
Yeah. All right. So we starting from right or left to right?
Yep.
All right. So first glass. Very fruity.
Really light.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of wood on those. Not like an oak. It's almost like a sawdusty note.
Yeah. So it's probably it's pretty dark. You think it's almost like a double oak almost, but it still has a great smell. It's a little hot.
It's got some good oak, and it's got like a chocolate grapey note to it.
Yeah, the initial finish is hot, but once it settles down, it's real.
It's sweet.
Real balanced, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that all of these are going to be around the same age. I know the Basil Hayden is 7 years, and then the finish, I'm not sure.
I couldn't find an age on the Woodford. I tried to find one.
Woodford won't disclose anything.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Woodford makes a lot of good stuff. But if I had to guess, this one's probably the Old Elk, merely off the proof. And I always get that strong chocolatey note on the Old Elk.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm still a little curious, but it did come in pretty hot.
I've only drank the Woodford, so I'm going to be...
this is like a bundle of fresh pink roses. Not even red roses, but pink
on the
roses.
glass too.
Yeah.
It is floral.
This man said pink roses specifically.
Specifically pink roses.
It's got a light berry note to it, but nothing like the first glass.
That is smooth and delicious.
Oh, wow.
This is your...
That has to be the Woodford, because I can taste the sherry and the port.
No?
You don't think so?
The Woodford would have been a little bit more oaky than that.
I don't know.
It's kind of dark, but we'll see. I think I'm going to hit these on the head. All right.
It's got a really interesting... It's got like a floral note that's trying to come through, but there's such a strong...
There's a weird
fruit note walking
in there. I don't know.
It's interesting.
All right. So we're on to glass number 3. Oh, this one is... It's a different smell. I can't name this smell.
Smelled like a locker room.
No,
Smelled like a locker
I
room.
wouldn't be inhaling that much if it smelled like it. But it almost smelled like if you ever open like a fresh plastic bag, almost.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
a scented, like a garbage bag. Like you get a
Yes.
scented garbage bag. You get
Lavender scented garbage bag.
So this is almost.
I don't know what locker rooms y'all been in, but my locker rooms didn't smell like lavender.
So this is definitely the wine finish.
This has to be the Basil Hayden because it's
Yeah.
very thin.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of it. I like that fruity, chocolatey oakiness, but it's very thin. It's as soon as it hits your tongue, you get that good flavor, and then it's gone.
All right. So I think I know which is which off the top.
I think honestly they're in order, left to right.
Nah, I think my 2 is my favorite, my 1. So that'll probably be the
I'm saying
Elk.
we drank them
yeah,
well from right to left on the
Probably.
camera, but
probably
from our point of view, I think they're lined up in order.
yeah. I know this one.
I don't know if it's just the first. I'd like to come back to the first one later after we find out and reveal which one it is, just to see if my palate changes by the end of the night because we're gonna have a couple different drinks, right?
Yeah.
So I'd like to come back to it because the first pour, she drank a little hot,
Yeah, but the first one, it's
like
hot.
like a red hot candy or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like too much cinnamon there, but
A little
some
spice, a
kind-
little bit
it's
more
got
rye.
some kind of little spice in
A
there.
rye spice.
I wouldn't go so far as like I don't know, like
It's like a char note from the first one.
yeah.
I think I have them. Damn, that was real. I really like that basil.
I think I know what my ranking is.
I really like the basil, but it's not gonna be my number 1.
It's the thing about Basil Hayden is everything that makes 80 proof. So when they do a lot of this experimental stuff, you might like it, but it goes down so easy because there's no viscosity and no proof to it really. When you compare it to other stuff, I mean, when you're used to drinking like an Elijah Craig barrel proof or Stag Junior or something like that, I mean, the Basil Hayden is nothing as far as proof. But you think you got your ranking, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. What was everybody's last place?
My last place was blue. Basil.
Hayden.
Hey. We have a
All right.
consensus.
About second place.
Second place is elk.
Mine's the Woodford.
Yeah, mine's old elk as well.
And number 1, Woodford.
And mine was the Old Elk. I gotta say though, the Old Elk and Woodford I thought were pretty close.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't drastically different, which I'm surprised by considering that they're 20 proof apart. I thought for sure we definitely got. I think we all picked out the Old Elk immediately because of the proof. But
Yeah.
as far as flavor goes, the Woodford had almost as much flavor, if not a little bit more than the Old Elk, being 20 less proof.
But I think the Basil Hayden definitely. It doesn't pack the punch, but everything is there.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as your MSRP goes, your Basil Hayden's going to be about 60. The Woodford's going to be 65 when it came out 3 years ago. You're probably not going to find it. And the Old Elk is in that $90 to $100 range. So, I mean, yeah, the Old Elk was clearly a first or a second for us, and the Woodford's pretty allocated. But the Basil Hayden's not a bad option.
Yeah, they can still find it out on the shelves. They got a couple more that come out earlier in the year.
Be a good bottle just to take to like a little bottle
Yeah,
tasting or
a little gathering.
a little get together or something to take off the shelf.
Yep.
For sure.
All right. Well, that concludes our sherry
Port. Casks,
tasted.
tasting.
With that, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video as much as we enjoyed it. You guys got anything?
you never had a sherry or port finish, I'd recommend trying the Old Elk or the Basil Hayden. It's definitely something different. I think it's worth branching out. Thanks for watching.
Like, subscribe, share.